What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Buddy Mode. So today, Jason and I are going to talk about the upcoming Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake, remaster, reimagining, whatever it is. Um, but yeah, to start this off, I kind of just wanted to ask, what do you remember most about Ocarina of Time? Like, what's your relationship with Ocarina of Time?
Oh man, I think about Ocarina of Time almost as much as I think about Sonic the Hedgehog, which is a lot. Uh, it's definitely like the most atmospheric. Like it's one of those. I'm not like a medieval guy usually. I'm not into like every single Steam game that drops that has medieval theme to it. But man, Ocarina of Time is like it's its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's its own world, its own universe, and its own just like mystical feel. Uh, which is like so unlike pretty much anything to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Like you even have, um, like I've enjoyed Witcher 3. I've enjoyed the Oblivion remake. I've enjoyed Skyrim. And nothing is similar to, or it exactly matches that feel that you get from the Kokiri Forest or from the Gorons or from like the Hylians or Epona or Lon Lon Ranch. Like it's, or Zora's. Um,
Mm-hmm.
like it's just such a different, unique feel even to this day.
Yeah, I totally agree. It was like just this perfect recipe for it's like a storybook that came to life, you know? Like it's
Yeah.
colorful, the music is regarded as some of the best video game music of all time and like it just helps to sell this world that like this like nice little compact world, you know, that just like was just so magical. And yeah, that Kokiri forest when that game boots up and Navi is flying through the forest to get to Link, like that is just like cinema, you know?
Oh
It's so
yeah.
good.
Between that and the music is just like defined a whole generation. I just saw the Did You Know Gaming video about how they recalculated the highest
Yeah, I saw that too.
Metacritic ranked game. Yeah. And spoilers for that video. But it's still tied. Like even after being like recalculating the scores and
Hmm.
everything, it's still tied for the greatest game of all time. I think with like Grand Theft Auto
It
3
was
maybe
GTA
or maybe
4,
5.
Soul
Okay.
Calibur,
Yeah.
and something else.
Mario
Mario Galaxy
Galaxy
2. Yeah.
2.
So yeah,
Yeah. So
it's
still,
up there.
yeah.
It's up there for a reason. And yeah, I guess that kind of just brings us to the meat of the discussion. So we don't really know what this release is going to be, a remake, a remaster, a reimagining, but what are your what's your hope for this release? What is like your pie in the sky, like this is what I want. This is what I'm hoping this is
Oh
going
my
to be.
gosh. My realistic expectations, I feel like it's going to be another Star Fox 64 type thing. I think there's going to be quality of life stuff. Like you'll be able to have C stick camera control, like right
Mhm.
stick camera control. Uh, I think that's what it's actually going to be. Pie in the sky. Well, we'll put the pie a little lower. Pie at like, our altitude. Um, I want, okay, this is just off the top of my head, but Witcher 3 style, since I brought it up already, ability to use your magic.
Okay.
So how he had the different like the diamond things,
Yeah.
where he could do the flame or he could do so the way that you can do it in Witcher 3 is you can open up one of those wheel menus
Mhm.
where it has your different like abilities. So like he has like a fire one, he has all these different abilities, uh, and then you can assign it. You can like choose it almost like assigning like an item to a button, uh, and then you press the button and then he cast fire like
Oh,
immediately.
okay.
So I think that would be pretty cool, to just like be able to add that into the
Yeah,
combat.
for sure.
So maybe some enemies have like a like a wooden shield or something, and maybe you need to cast fire in order for the wood to burn away their wooden shield, making it easier for you to hit them or something like that.
Yeah.
But it'd be cool to be able to just use the existing like tools, then it doesn't really like change the game that much besides the combat, and maybe a little bit the enemies, so you can make combat a little more varied.
Yeah, I that had not even like crossed my mind, but like that is something that I never really used in Ocarina of Time, were those like elemental powers, because you had to like assign like one at a time. I think it was like you could like it was like
Yeah,
Nehru's love, Faro's wind, and Din's fire, and I
yeah,
only ever used those in the scenarios that they wanted you to use them, like the
yeah,
Shadow Temple, like using the fire to light all those candles. Um,
yeah.
that was probably it. I brought,
Because they used a lot of magic too,
mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, they consumed a lot of
Yeah.
magic,
So
so I never really used them in combat or anything like that. So, yeah, that's a great idea. I hadn't even thought of.
yeah, what's your pie in the sky? One of your pie in the sky ideas or changes that
Oh
you'd make?
man. So yeah, I also feel the same, that like it's realistically going to be very Star Fox esque. I think Nintendo's in this mode right now where the N64 is, gosh, 30 years old, and they're really trying to breathe new life into these games that really hold up. Like Star Fox proved that type of gameplay holds up. And I really think that they're really going to try to do that with Ocarina of Time, and play it safe.
Right.
Um, but if we're going pie in the sky, if Nintendo really wants to
Pie in the
surprise
sky.
us and blow us out of the water, um, I
Yeah.
mean, I would hope that it's just like expanded. Like, I want Castle Town to feel massive. I want like Kakariko Village to feel like massive. Like I want the towns to be expanded. I want them to feel more lived in. It'd be cool if there were like, side quests that NPCs could give you to kind of like flesh out the world a little bit. Um, and yeah, just kind of I guess it's my pie in the sky thing is more like the Final Fantasy VII route, where it's just like from the ground
Right.
up, just like the story and the dungeons are essentially all that remains the same,
Right.
like
Yeah.
but everything else is just like much more fleshed out, and feels
Oh,
more like a game made in 2026, um
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, for sure. The Final Fantasy VII treatment
Mm-hmm.
would be just like the dream. Just go ahead and remake all the models, which is already going to happen. Link already looks amazing in that, at least just design wise, he looks fantastic, and art style wise and everything. So if they could do that and modernize, maybe make the combat a little more like Breath of the Wild,
Mm-hmm.
um, where you could be more creative with it. He can do like the fury hits or
Yeah.
whatever, where he dodges and everything. You could do a lot with that, and then just kind of spread it out. Tempering that a little bit, because you made me think of this. Talking about Castletown, it'd be cool to for the alleys back there,
Mm-hmm.
where there were always those doors that you couldn't go
Yeah.
into. Um, Even stuff like that, where if you were to keep the entire Hyrule the same, if you open some of those doors, if you put more quests in there, like you said, with NPCs, maybe have them do more things, or you get a cool new item that wasn't in the original game. Or if you're in Hyrule Field, if there's more of those holes that take you into the ground, like maybe there's holes that take you into the ground, or maybe there's more shortcuts that take you to Zora's domain, or maybe you can swim out further in the water and there's a whole like another set of
Mm-hmm.
islands out there. But that stuff would still retain the spirit of Ocarina of Time without you know borderlining over becoming overwhelming
Exactly.
and being because that's one of the things about the games from that era, is that Star Fox 64 benefited from the fact that it was this super polished, like well thought through game that you can beat in what, like an
Yeah,
hour?
I beat my first run through in like an hour and a half or something like that. It was like,
Yeah,
whoa. But there's multiple routes and
yeah,
stuff, of course. But but yeah, it's super tight and polished.
Right. So maybe that's the way they go is for the new mainline Zelda games, then it's the huge open world, but they keep the Ocarina of Times to yeah, like the traditional kind of almost the spiritual successor of what is it? Link's Awakening and
Yeah.
Echoes of Wisdom. So the dungeon based like classic, you get an item, the item helps you do this,
Mhm.
whatever. Uh uh like maybe that's one way to keep that alive still.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, Ocarina of Time is just like Star Fox in that sense where everything in that game, like from the platforms to the enemies, are placed with such like, purpose. Like
Yeah.
everything in there was built with a purpose. It's very sealed tight. So, and that's what people love about it, like, you go to a dungeon in Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, and there's like 10 ways to solve one puzzle, infinite ways to solve one puzzle. But every puzzle in Ocarina of Time and all those early ones
Yeah.
are like
You get
you
one
get
way.
one way, or if you're super
Yeah.
creative or know a glitch or something, maybe a second way. But
Yeah.
yeah, and I think there's charm to that. So like if they were to be ambitious and expand things, I would hope that the dungeons remained untouched. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, just kind of flesh out the overworld a little bit more. Um, but that also might have some challenges too, because there was like, the trading sequence and all that where you have to like get from point A to point B within a certain time period. So
Yeah.
it's like, would they, adjust that one quest and give you more time if Hyrule Field's massive now for some reason? Like, I don't know. It's just like I said, every single aspect of that game is so intentional that messing with one has kind of a ripple effect and messes with everything. So I don't know.
Right. And there are things about the game that could be updated. There's a lot of things that because yeah, I was talking to Sydney about it, and she was saying, "Oh, I hope they don't keep the same controls." Like she doesn't like how you have to use press Z to have the camera go behind
Mhm.
you. I mean, you and me are so used to that because we grew up with it. So we're like, oh yeah, you walk in a room and you press Z and then the camera's behind you. But for her and like for like people who haven't played an N64 game like that, like they want a second stick. They want to be able to
Mhm.
move it, and to give Nintendo like more credit too. Um, I do feel like it's going to be a bit more than a Star Fox
Yeah.
remake than the Star Fox one, specifically because of one how Link looked in there. Like he had a pretty different design, which Star Fox had too. But two, the voiceover
Yeah.
stuff. Just the fact that I don't know if that was the King of Hyrule. I don't know who was talking there, but it just feels like they're given a little bit more. Like this is going to be a little bit of a
Yeah.
different game.
I think if it does veer towards the Star Fox route and it is more one to one, pretty faithful, I hope that, I mean, the controls getting updated for sure, but at the very least, I want more fleshed out cutscenes. Like,
Yeah,
in
for
Star
sure.
Fox, like all of those cutscenes in the Great Fox when they're talking to General Pepper and all that, like are brand
Yeah.
new from the ground up cutscenes. Um, so I when Sheik and Link meet in the Temple of Time, it's like
Oh,
I don't want
oh,
it to be two models standing on either side of the room with
yeah,
text box after text box. It's like I want that
yeah,
to be like super impactful or like, you know,
yeah.
yeah. Can you imagine Ocarina of Time with like full on voice acting? How much more emotional that's gonna be, man.
Oh my gosh. I'm curious how it's going to be with Link 2 being quiet. Is it going to be like Metroid Prime 4, where a lot of the complaints were about Samus was making these relationships with all these different I forget what they're called, but the other space people
Yeah.
she sees, but the Federation people, uh, and they would try to like talk to her, and she'd just be like,
That's true.
she'd just like nod and stuff, like she wouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
I think Link, we're used to that, and so hopefully it'll come off better.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, definitely. At the very least, yeah, hearing I can handle a Sheik monologue. I think that'd be
Yeah.
sick. That would be just so
I,
cool.
I'm almost kind of thinking, what if they handled it kind of like Cloud in the Final Fantasy VII remake, where Cloud doesn't have a ton
Oh,
of lines. Like he does talk,
yeah,
but it's like little like Barrett will go off on like a whole tangent, and then Cloud will be like,
yeah.
yeah, and then we move on. Like I don't know,
Where's my
where's my
money?
money? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's perfect. Cause and it's the gateway. It's the gateway to getting you used to Link talking in the movie.
yeah, totally.
Unless he's completely silent in the movie. Like,
that
wow.
that would be insane.
And it's just yeah. It's just grunts in the movie.
Man.
But I think it's gonna really nail the atmosphere.
Mhm.
Well, it has to nail the atmosphere. It has to nail Kakiri Forest being uh magical. Like that is like Kakiri Forest, like or Kakariko Kakari no.
Yeah, it's Kokiri Forest.
What's the village he's yeah, Kakiri Forest is the thing that you write books about when you're like a
Yeah.
child. When you're just like, oh, that's what I imagine going into the woods is like the and the particle effects gotta
Oh,
be
I was
there.
just about to
Even
I was
on
just about to say
N64, they
that.
had those.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
particle
and the
effects.
lighting's got to come through the trees, and it just has to be the most magical, which is another point towards keeping it, you know, at smaller scale, like not making it Breath of the Wild. Is then you can have really detailed assets and really good lighting and really good
Mhm.
just design. But any other sorry, this I'm going off script. Any other environments that you would be like, this environment has to look,
Oh man.
and how would you describe it?
You know, probably like on the flip side, probably like the really
Yeah.
darker elements like the Shadow Temple.
Oh yeah.
Like the Shadow
Yeah.
Temple in the bottom of the well, like I make those like so eerie and so creepy, like just how we
Oh my
remember,
gosh.
but just like amplified like so much. Um
When I play Zelda's Lullaby on the Ocarina in the graveyard,
mhm.
and then the tombstone explodes,
Yeah.
and then I go into the grave and I see re-deads for like I think that might be the first
Mhm.
time, if not one of the first times. I need to be petrified. I need to feel like how I
Oh,
did at 10 years old or however
yeah.
old.
That
Uh,
screeching noise just oh, it made my blood curdle then. Like I can only imagine what seeing that now is going to be like. Ugh,
oh yeah.
so
I
excited.
had a friend. He wasn't even allowed to play Zelda anymore after that because he had nightmares from the redeads. He's like, "Sorry, my mom doesn't let me play anymore."
Some people weren't allowed to watch SpongeBob. Some people weren't allowed to play Zelda.
Yeah,
Oh man, but
uh,
yeah,
yeah.
uh, yeah, we could go on and on about what environments we want to see. I feel like, um,
Hmm.
yeah, I just can't wait. Honestly, like, what would you say your hype level is at this moment from
Oh,
in
in
this
this
in this
moment,
moment?
ooh, ooh. Okay, if I'm specifically thinking Ocarina of Time, and Ocarina of Time is coming out this year. Dang, that bumps it up a little.
Set up.
But that said, we haven't really seen a lot. We got a little bit of a voiceover. Uh, we definitely pooped our pants a little when we saw Ling Ling in a bed.
Yep.
Oh, I'd say it's at an 8. Give it room to grow, but literally, I know nothing. We know nothing about it.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
but yeah, a healthy
I
amount.
I'm there too, I think. Also at an 8. Just like based on what we've seen. Um yeah, give it space to get even higher when that, 'cause we're going to get a title direct for it. We're going to get a Ocarina of Time direct, I'm sure, at some point soon probably. Um but yeah, just yeah, give it room to grow after watching that, or whenever we see like anything else. Yeah, I'm at an 8 too.
Yeah, I fully expect to be maxing out my excitement bar once we see actual gameplay. I'm sure once that hits,
Yeah.
I'll be
And
unrealistically excited.
yeah, I also want to say like regardless of what form this game takes, it can't disappoint me. Like it's Ocarina of Time.
Yeah,
I go back and play that game
yeah,
for fun on the N64 version on NSO just to run around and have
yeah,
fun. Like I already do
yeah.
that. This is going to be that game in 2026 with modern, at least like modern controls on a modern system. Like at the very,
Yeah, modern
yeah,
graphics too.
modern graphics.
It looks
Like
good.
that will still max out my hype meter, I feel like. And if it's like anything
Hmm.
more, any more ambitious than that, then it's just through the roof. So,
They've got me.
yep.
They've got me.
What do you think it's going to cost?
I think full price. I think, ooh, that's a good question though, because Star Fox is a shorter experience. Definitely, probably a faster game for them to develop, uh, because there's just like a limited amount of environments, and you can run through the game pretty fast, and you can probably beat the whole thing in like 4 hours. Ocarina of Time is a pretty chunky game. You have uh, all the different environments. You have all the different weapons. You have all the different tools that have to do. Oh yeah, this is a full price game. Now I think
I
about
think
it.
so too.
It's definitely going to be at least probably 69. I'm put it right there. It's a remake, but it's a
Yeah.
it's like they have to do a lot of work.
Do you think they're going to do the different pricing model where it's like 69.99 physical and maybe 59.99 digital? Or do you think that's
Have they not done that for any of the Switch 2 games?
um
Like how's Donkey Kong?
Donkey Kong is still the same price both. I think there was a game, I think it was like Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. I think it was the first
Right,
like first party game to do it, and then
right.
so I think they seem to be wanting to do that with all the first party stuff since that game. So,
Yeah,
but who knows?
yeah. I think it'll be the same. I think it's gonna be there with Donkey Kong.
Cool. I think so too.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad at that. Like that's totally
No.
cool.
Just price the games what they are. Like Rhythm Heaven, love it, but it's not an $80 game. Mario Kart World at this point, I feel like we always have to diss Mario Kart World.
Every
It's a great game. It's a great game. It's so
everybody
good.
mode.
$80 is a lot.
Yeah, they have not done anything to justify that price.
Support it. Add more. Add more.
Do something, Mario.
I feel like we played it the first like month, and then we were like, okay, we
Yeah.
got it. And they've had some updates here and there, and I play it frequently. But
Yeah.
anyway, this isn't a Mario Kart
Nope.
talk. This is a how excited we are for Ocarina of
Yep.
Time, which is at an 8 right now.
An 8 pending higher once we see it.
Yeah,
But
anything.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for watching this episode of Buddy Mode. Let us know your thoughts on the Ocarina of Time remake in the comments, and like and subscribe and all that, and we'll see you next time. Bye.